Do you know the difference between a full wave rectifier and a half wave? Why would you choose one or the other? So this power supply right here, this ACI P24 DC power supply, it comes from the factory set up as half wave, but you can configure it as full wave if you want to. So a full wave rectifier, it uses both sides of the alternating current. So we have this alternating current here. We're using that whole sine wave. So you do that by using this bridge rectifier right here, which are four diodes. So think check valves. So this is a depiction of a full wave rectifier. A half wave rectifier just uses a single diode and you only use, say, the top half of the wave. So a full wave rectifier, in order for current to flow, there has to be a positive on the anode to go through the cathode. So the anode is this little triangle, the cathode is this straight line. So on this side of the sine wave, we're going to push current through here, go out through our load, back around, back through this bridge rectifier, and back to the power source. On the other side of the sine wave, so when it reverses, our current path on the load side stays, but we change how we go through this bridge rectifier. So now we're going to take the current this way, and we're going to go through our anode, then cathode. We'll go through our load, come back through, and then come back around to our power source. So that's called forward bias when you're going through it. And this reverse bias, you can't get through it because you can't have a positive on the cathode and then expect this diode to pass current because it's not going to. So on an ASI control, you want to use a half wave. Now, why do you want to use a half wave? Well, that's because, say we have this humidity sensor and we have 24 volts plus volts DC, and that's what we need to power it. And then we have a 0 to 10 volt DC output, so that's 0 to 100% humidity. Well, to get it tied into our building controller, we need to reference the same common, so building ground. So that 0 to 10 volts DC, that way we're referencing it correctly. If you used a full wave rectifier, then you're going to short it to ground because once your other side of your sine wave comes down and it goes through this bridge rectifier, you're going to go straight to ground. So it'll burn up a full wave rectifier. So you're either going to burn the fuse up or burn up the rectifier. So you use half wave with ASI controls. It could be different with other control manufacturers. That's something you're going to have to figure out.